So to summarize, in the case of what we call unexpected death, when it's not been recognized that the person has a terminal illness, which can take place at home or it can happen often in hospital, but the same rules apply. That because it's been termed as unexpected death, it requires, in any death, requires something called a medical cause of death certificate to be signed. If the doctor or the GP do not have sufficient information with which they can say they are prepared to sign a medical cause of death certificate, then they are required and automatically refer it to the coroner. Now, if it's a case at home, it's down to the GP, and if it's in hospital, it's down to the doctor who's treating the patient in the hospital. But in both cases, this is something new that has started this year. Not only does the doctor that's treating the patient or the GP responsible for the patient can sign the medical cause of death, but it's been in place in hospitals for a long time, and it's now in place for GP cases as well, that it's referred to a second opinion, which is the medical examiner. And previously, the GP would send a medical cause of death to the registry office, but now it has to go through the medical examiner. Same in the hospital, but we're talking about unexpected death here. In the case of unexpected death, it is going to be referred to the coroner, and then the coroner makes a decision. The coroner looks at the medical evidence, whether it comes from the GP or whether it comes from the hospital, and the coroner looks at that evidence, and the coroner then makes a decision whether they require a post-mortem. Not always, but I'll say in the majority of cases where there's no immediate obvious cause of death, the coroner will probably ask he won't ask, he will order for a post-mortem, for the pathologist to perform a post-mortem. There are options for post-mortem.